My house kitchen where it looks like a mess, but we're gonna tackle it together. All the togetherness. I'm your weird friend. I do say weird things, but I don't always say what the captions say that I say. So I hope you were here for Manic Monday Prep. I need you to stop talking to me, thank you. Where we cooked our corn in the pressure cooker. I don't know if that makes it sweeter or not, but I feel like for digestion's sake, when you pressure cook things, it's usually a little easier on your tummy if you have any sort of issues. So instead of having like a raw veggie that could cause issues, I decided I'd pressure cook my corn before I make corn dressing. You don't have to. In fact, if you like to eat raw corn, you could. All in your personal preference. So I'm going to, I should have got a bigger bowl, I already knew it, but our veggies shrink when we roast, so I'm going to, I should have pulled my hair back too, y'all. I'm about to roast up in here anyway with this oven on. If I was cooking less of this, I would totally do the air fryer, but here we are. I forgot to get my tongs. Let me grab those. And toss these around. You need something?
More of that.
More? Jalapeno? Yes. There you go. You can dump that in the rest of it. There's not a ton there. Do you need another seasoning? I got garlic too. Shaster. Okay. Garlic rub?
Thank you.
You bet. I need it back at some point. For these veggies. Okay, sorry about that. I was planning on putting some creamy jalapeno in my dressing. I have another packet. He doesn't watch these. At least I don't think so. If he did, he would have known that I was getting him with our cold brew before I did, and I haven't reported back on that. So, these are our heavier duty, smaller sheet pans. I do not recall the size. I can measure it if any want to know what it is. I'm a lazy-ish cook, so I kind of like to do her fast and get her done. So all these are not perfectly coated, y'all. I really don't care, but this one's giving me a fit. So I figure I'm gonna roast 2 pans of this. We're gonna throw some onions in here for the rest of my olive oil. And then I don't like to do dishes, so I'm going to reuse this bowl to put our roasted veggies in and the corn dressing that we're going to make here shortly. Now, I said I'm your weird friend, captions are all generated, right? Corn dressing. Legitimately, I'm not making like a Thanksgiving. If you're in the South, we call that dressing, not stuffing. Not making that. I am blending up corn, half of the corn that I had. You like how messy I am? It's gonna be fast, but not loud. I'm umming too much, y'all. My brain. Woo, saw. We're gonna toss all this in the olive oil. I have already blended this for 2 minutes. I feel like if you have this blender here, hitting smoothie one time would probably work just fine. But I went ahead and did it for good measure because the recipe I read that I found this on, which is like the Mountain Kitchen, I believe, and Annie Stark. Ooh, my nose itches. Where did my olive oil go? Anyhow, she doesn't cook her corn. I cook my corn because I have digestion issues. I'm gonna add, so to add a little extra layer of flavor, because that's the way I roll most of the time, I am going to garlic our veggies. You can also add some dill. That was the thing I forgot I was gonna add, but I add that like as I'm tossing it all together. And then I'm gonna put a little creamy jalapeno seasoning in the dressing. And, or should I just do it on the veggies after they cook? We'll see. But I'm gonna throw, you may not see this part because I have to open a whole new packet and I'm not sure where it's at. So I'm going to layer the flavor. Now, last time I made this, and it's been a few weeks, I believe. Hopefully you were here for that. I made it with our onion sugar. So if you don't know what onion sugar is, it's not watermelon sugar, it's onion sugar. It is, you get the bag of crispy onions and you blend it, right, not the whole bag, sorry. Get you a quarter of a cup, blend it up, and then add half a cup of sugar, put it in a jar and let it sit. I would say in about 30 days, you're gonna have a little more flavor than right away. So it's something you might wanna plan for-ish. But you could also just add the crispy onions to your, not Scooby snacks, but to your, to your dressing. So, my plan was to add jalapeno seasoning to the dressing to give us a little extra flavor in the salad for this week. Hopefully it may not last that long. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit less than last time of our veggies, but I have more corn because when I made this a few weeks ago, I only had 4 ears of corn and I used half and half, so half of it in the salad and half of it in the dressing, and I really felt like it was not enough. So I want extra dressing in case I want to put it on something else. Throw the rest of these onions in here. These bowls that I'm using are our store. So we have a prep and store system. These also come out. And you can buy them separate or you can get it together. I think when you buy it together, you get a little bit more of a discount. So it's super handy, especially if you wanted to do like taco soup, baked potato, whatchamadoodles, like a blizzard, dip your fruit in, all the toppings and things. Maybe make brownies with the kiddos and do different flavors of your brownies. Could be fun. So here we go. They brought me garlic back. Hopefully it's not a contaminated shaker. Feels greasy. Okay. I just wanted to, you know, roast with some seasoning. We're gonna put this in the oven, y'all. I'm roasting myself. I would toss it all around. We're gonna add some more flavor anyhow. And we're gonna add tomatoes. So I'm not cooking the tomatoes. We're gonna do the tomatoes fresh. I'll be right back. I'm just stepping over here to the oven so that I can cook myself a little bit more. Ugh. And in case you don't know, I am extremely cold-natured. I hate to be hot, y'all, and I am not dying. I can take it to a degree, but it's freaking hot. I don't like hot. So we're gonna roll our. I want to put. Oh, wrong thing. I want to put garlic in there too. So I'm a flavor layerer. This is our garlic peeler that comes with the garlic prep tool. There we go. I'm good to go. Take my mess elsewhere to the Ziploc bag that you didn't get to see. I'm gonna cut its Wu-Tang Bootay off. We have weird names for stuff, and almost everything is a song. So just in case you didn't know, or you're new here, there we go. Here's my corn. The other half, we got it all chopped off. I'm just gonna add it to the salad, and it'll be hot coming from the oven, so I'll let it heat it up for tonight's dinner. Now, for this boil that we have, we're gonna strain, and then I'm just gonna cut up some tomatoes. So word for the live, because I remembered before the end, praise. So we have a word for every live that we do here, pretty much, unless I forget it. And you can message me that word, and I say it plainly on here. Forgot my scraper. Message me the word for the live, and that enters you into this month's giveaway. Now, the caveat to this month's giveaway, I guess, would be if you're watching the replay, it's whatever month that you send me the word in, right? I'm not gonna like penalize you for not catching it live. Watching the replay, message me a word. I gotta get my scraper because I was unprepared for this. So this is our cooking blender. It does smoothies, alternative milks, it grinds, it does its own heated wash, which is what I use a lot. Soup, heated puree, jam, and sauce. I use sauce all the time. I just smeared corn goodness right here. It is a glass container. I'm not going to tell you this is lightweight because it is not necessarily lightweight since it is a glass container. It's a pretty heavy duty blender. It's the shizzity shiznickety. It is something I use a lot. The recipe book comes with all kinds of recipes, including a hollandaise sauce. Y'all, it is good, and this blender is honestly worth every penny. Now, I bought mine when I hosted before I became a consultant, and they were having an appliance sale. I remember this so vividly because I wanted every appliance, and I was determined to get them. And I did. And they were all $100 off, and I haven't seen that sale since. And that was a few years ago, or a couple of years ago. I've only been doing this a couple of years, and it's one of my favorite things. Okay, do I want to use this to mash it? So what we do is basically strain it. So if you have our mesh strainers, would work for this. Or if you have the bag that comes with this, which I do have it, I just don't get it out because I've done it this way so many times. We're just going to stir it. We're going to get this through here. It actually seems pretty smooth, but this just makes it even smoother. So we're just going to strain it real quick. Put it back in there, add us a couple of ingredients and some olive oil, and then we're going to be good to go. I'm trying not to get corn all over my face. If y'all could have seen me the other day when I was messing with my sourdough starter, it's been 2 times in the last 2 weeks. I have flung the sourdough starter all over the place, including myself and my glasses. I got it all right here one night. It was fun times. Anyhow, I forgot. I was telling you about the word for the live, and I didn't give you the word for the live. So how about roasted? Because I'm so freaking hot, and we're making a roasted salad. So if you were having a cookout, or you wanted to do a bunch of different veggies and let people build their own, like say you've got some picky kids. I'm only saying that because I'm one myself, not a kid per se, but I'm picky. Pick their own ingredients and make this dressing for it. It'll be hella goods. Message me the word roasted, so I didn't finish telling you about that. The first link in the description, as always, for our cooking shows here is a direct link to Facebook Messenger where you can send me the word. Just so you know. So it just takes you right there. So you don't have to go hunt it down or select this or that. Wow, I am amazed at pretty much all that. So maybe 2 minutes is needed because when I do half or do a minute, it's not quite as smooth. I have more gick left in my strainer, should I say. I say gick because that's one of my words. Put this on my bowl I need to wash. I'm sure it'll drip on the counter. If you were here yesterday, y'all, that mess I made with the coffee, it was annoying to me. Not only was it annoying to me, the hubs, he got coffee all over his face, or the foam. And, fun fact, sometimes I'm a moron, so I'm not always the sharpest tool in the shed. This is our smaller batter bowl. So we have a classic that's 8 cup. This is the smaller one that's 4. If my salad is too much for this little bowl, I have my classic batter bowl, but I don't know where my lid's at. I have our stainless steel bowls as well that I plan on using. I have a small one ready. The other one's got a little bit of Mediterranean salad in it. Yep, I'm putting it on my finger and sticking it in here because I ain't taking it to your house. But if you were eating with me, I wouldn't do that. And it would be great if we could do that. Okay, so we've got our corn stuffs back in here. I'm going to throw garlic in here. I'm going to rinse my hands real quick. Remember, message me the word roasted. So hit that link in the description that takes you straight to Facebook Messenger and message me the word roasted. I'm going to cut up a few tomatoes and just show you a couple of different ways. Where is my... It don't matter, it's got a preparation. I like our clippy slice things. Sprinkle a little. I think I got some of this up my nose a while ago. Don't do it. So I'm gonna say too, if you don't have our creamy jalapeno, which I hope they bring to the permanent line, this was May taste buds, y'all. It is. I'm a spicy person in personality at times. I don't think my food should cause me pain. anywhere, but I especially don't want it to burn my mouth, even though I like it really hot temperature wise. This is the street corn chicken in this month's newsletter. I put the recipe in the June newsletter. It's good, and this seasoning is good, but I'm gonna say if you don't have this, maybe, I'm trying to look at the ingredients so I can tell you kind of how to make it. I don't have bifocals. What I looked up, I don't know. So what I would do is blend up those crispy jalapenos you get in a bag, like those onion ones. Put some of that with sugar. I bet it would be sweet and spicy and good. I haven't tried that yet. Okay, and then I would add some onion powder and a little bit of garlic powder. It says sugar, buttermilk, green bell pepper. I hate bell pepper, y'all. I hate green bell peppers, in fact. I think that would probably get you pretty close to the flavor, and then you don't have to add like milk powder or anything. Just omit the creamy and then make it creamy yourself. Okay, so I put some of that in there. I put garlic in there. I'm gonna put this back on here. Scooby Snacks. And we're gonna blend it for about a minute-ish. I'm gonna throw it back on smoothie. And I'm gonna add a few tablespoons of olive oil. It's already good. I'm sorry for this noise, but I want to get this ready. I'm telling you what, this, while it might seem like a lot, I need a few tablespoons, not just one. And I didn't get all the way one. It might seem like it's a lot of effort to blend it up. I mean, you don't have to strain it if you don't want to. Just make sure you blend it really well. But for a very simple recipe, especially if you take this somewhere with the roasted veggies, I am telling you what, or you could eat it with raw veggies. People are going to be like, whoa, what in tarnation is that? It's delicious. So we can take our tomatoes that we're gonna put in here, and you could use our tomato slicer. Like when I do this, I like to cut the butts off, but I'm lazy when I use the cut slicer. So we'll do this for a few. And you can cut them in half if you want bigger ones. You like them big. I say it like that because of the song Big and Chunky. FYI, PG, it's on Madagascar. I really like that song. It makes me laugh. So you do that. If you have our closing cut, you could fill it up with your cherry tomatoes and then just take that knife and cut it. My next tip is if you like slices, I am terrified because I'm wearing white, but I'm going to do some and show you. I like to use the cup slicer most of the time on the cherry tomatoes. But if you have a squishy one, it may shoot up or out or sideways or all up your cabinet or in your face or your eye. So if you want to prank somebody, that's your prerogative. I'm just going to do one more. It doesn't need a ton. Also, I love that I can use this to measure my olive oil and not have to dirty up another dish because I'm lazy and I don't like to do dishes. That's my all-purpose dill. We're going to add a smidgen of our onion sugar. I just made a little spoon, y'all. Now, here's my thing. The corn is sweet enough, but I want a little extra flavor beyond my jalapeno. So we're just adding a little bit. And it's probably pretty much done. Let's move that. Okay, so dressing is pretty well finished. You don't have to add all this stuff. If you want to just do olive oil and your sweet corn, go ahead. If you don't want to cook your corn, don't. It is so good. Alright, I've been going on one for 2 minutes, so we're good to go. Let me show you the cup slicer, and then I'm going to let you go. Remember, message me the word roasted to be in this month's giveaway. This month is relative to whenever you're messaging me, because I do a giveaway every month. Let's move that. So we're going to get us a few more. I like a medley, and I like some red ones for color. Let's do 4 of these. So, see, I don't cut the butts off whenever I do this because then I know I'm really going to get squished. And oftentimes I do put my hand over it if I think about it ahead of time. And I like to, see, I like to do it on a paper towel so that it soaks up some of my mess. And these are like serrated blades, so you can rock it if then you want to. I just don't want to get my glasses again, because that might have happened to me before I really realized. So see how those are stuck in the bottom? You just put this little lid doodad on there and it pushes them up through. And then now I have a mess to clean up because it went all over my cup. Buttercup, fill me up, buttercup. Here we go. So thankfully I have napkins under my rinsed tomatoes. So I would have got the colander out, but all I was doing was rinsing these tomatoes, y'all. And so I just stuck them in their container and did that. So we have our pretty well uniform sliced thickness, unless it's the ends. Sometimes they're thinner. I think that's pretty much it. Now, if you don't slice them all the same way, they're gonna look different. I don't care, it all eats the same. So I'm not trying to win an award with presentation currently. It's gonna be pretty enough with all of the color, and it's gonna be delicious with all of the corn dressing and our garlic and our jalapeno, and we're gonna throw some dill up in there. So this is the all-purpose dill. I used our garlic rub and then the creamy jalapeno from May's Taste Buds. I really hope that maybe that'll be a fall flavor they bring. Taste Buds is a great subscription. I would tell you more, but I know you've already been here for way too long. So I love you guys. I'll let you go. Remember to message me the word roasted. If you want to be in more giveaways beyond mine, tune in Tuesdays where Pampered Chef gives things away and does discount codes. It's either and or sometimes. I don't know that when they're doing it all the time, but they have been doing that in the past. So just want to tell you, beyond my giveaways, feel free to tune in Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for theirs. If you ever need a link, just message me. I'm here for it. If you have any questions, you need anything, you want to see a recipe other than seafood, because I don't do it, let me know. If you do seafood and you need a recipe, I can ask my friends, because I have lots of them that do Pampered Chef and that like to eat. So I will talk to y'all later. Thanks so much for tuning in, and remember to message me the word roasted.